Hello everyone, myself Pooja Channa, and today in this video we are going to discuss about singularities and residues, a topic from complex analysis. Let me share my screen with you. See, before directly going to the singularities and residue definition, we'll see in short what is analytic function. A complex valued function is said to be analytic at a point z0 if its derivative exists at that point and also in some neighborhood of that point. Means the function should be differentiable at that point and also it should be differentiable at every point in the neighborhood of z0. Now in complex analysis, what will be the neighborhood in complex plane? Neighborhood of a point is nothing but a open disk. Why? Because we are going to plot the points on the plane. Complex numbers are plotted on a plane. If we consider a neighborhood around that point, we get an open disk. So differentiability of a complex valued function means analyticity of a complex valued function means it should be analytic at that point and also in some neighborhood of that point. Here are some examples: sin z and cos z. These are analytic in whole complex plane. Yes. Now we'll see this. Look at the behavior of the following examples. What is actually singularity means, we are going to see the definition, but before that we'll see how these functions work at z is equals to 0. Now whether f of z is equals to sin z by z, put z is equals to 0, whether this function has a value at that point? No, because sin 0 is 0 and by 0 means 0 by 0 is indeterminate form. So look at all of these examples. Now the second example is 1 by sine pi by z. If you put z is equals to 0, this will be sine pi by 0. We know 1 by 0 is infinity. Sine infinity is still not defined. We can't say directly infinity. So this will be 1 by something sine of infinity, means it is not defined. At that point, at z is equals to 0, function has a problem. Again, the same for this and same for this. So these functions has a problem at z is equals to 0. But at any other points, these functions are valid, means the function value exists and we can check the differentiability. See, except at 0, if I take a neighborhood about 0, at least I will get one point in the neighborhood where my function is analytic. Yes, but at 0 it is not analytic. Now, at 0 it is not analytic, and that's why in the definition, the point at which the function fails to be analytic is called as a singular point or singularity of that function. Means there will be some points for some particular functions at which the function is not analytic, and those points are called as singularities or singular points of the function. But look at this second note. The functions mod z, real part of z, imaginary part of z, mod z square are nowhere analytic, means they are not analytic in the whole complex plane. But we can't say that every point in the complex plane is singularity. The singularity term is only defined for the functions which are analytic at some points but not analytic at other points. But those points where the function is not analytic is called as a singularity. But if it is nowhere analytic, we can't say that every point of the complex plane is singularity. Nowhere analytic means no singularity. Yes, okay. Now singularities are mainly classified into two types: isolated, non-isolated. We are going to see this one by one. Isolated singularity. A singular point z0 is said to be isolated of f of z if is analytic if f is analytic, if f is analytic in deleted neighborhood of point z0. What do you mean by deleted neighborhood? Means except that point we are going to consider the neighborhood. At that point the function has singularity, and isolated meaning says that the only that point is has a problem, but around that if we take a neighborhood, it will be analytic. Isolated means we can separate it. Only that point has a function, but about that point, if I consider a neighborhood about that point, the function will be analytic. Now here the same. For sin z by z is not analytic at z0. At z0 is equals to 0. That is the point 0 the function has a problem, it is not analytic. But except 0, if I take a small neighborhood around 0, all except that 0 in the neighborhood of in every point in the neighborhood, the function is analytic, means only 0 I can separate it, that is I can isolate it, and that's why it is called as isolated singularity. And for this 1 by z minus 1, now if I take z is equals to 1, denominator becomes 0. If denominator is 0, this is not, what you can say, not defined, and that's why at z is equals to 1 the function has problem. That function is not analytic, that is z is equals to 1 is singularity. And except if z is equals to 1, in the neighborhood of 1, if I take any point, my function will be analytic. Look at this. So this z is equals to 1 is isolated singularity. Non-isolated singularity. Non-isolated, we can't isolate it, we can't separate it, and that's why it is called as a non-isolated singularity. Now, we'll see according to the definition. A singular point z0 is said to be non-isolated singularity of f of z if every neighborhood of point z0 contains